Hi everyone, welcome to yet another session by Zolve. We have been conducting these visa interviews for the past 2 months, and a lot of people have got their visa approved. And as I and Sir was talking before, 2 minutes before, that so many people are thanking Sanjay sir, and so many people are thanking the experts that has been a part of this session on getting their visa approved. So, congratulations to everyone whose visa have got approved so far. And for the people who are waiting for their visa interview or who are yet to book their visa slots, we are here to help you prepare for your visa mock interview. So, what all we're going to do today? Today, we will be picking three or four students, and sir will be taking a visa interview with them. Sir will be asking a few questions that they have to answer, just like they have to answer in their mock visa in their visa interview, in their upcoming visa interview. Then we'll let you know about what you can do after your visa is approved, and at the end we will take questions from the student and sir will be answering them. I hope my voice is clear now.
Hmm. Yes, it is much more clearer now. Manshi, it's going good.
Sure, sir, sure. So before we start, I would like to talk about Zolve. Zolve is a neobank headquartered in New York. We have plethora of services for every students who are planning to take their studies in US. So we have so many features in our Zolve app. So when you download the Zolve app and go to Zolve store, you will find various features like visa assistance, for which we are here today. Secondly, we also have education loan. Uh, you just have to fill a single form and you will be able to qualify for 15 plus loan. 15 plus banks and NBFCs for an education loan. We also have Forex. We are also launching scholarship guide. So, in the last webinar, so many of you were asking me, ki, what about scholarship? When will we launch it? So, all you need to do is download the Zolve app. It is available on Play Store and Apple Store. Go to Store section and you can see a banner about scholarship. Just click on the banner and you can apply for the education loan as well as for the scholarship. So this time scholarship we have divided into two criteria. First is need based and second is merit based. So you can apply for both, and but you will get just one. But you can go to Zolve, download the Zolve app and check out the scholarship right away. You can also apply for a US SIM card. Because when you will be going to US, you will need to contact your property owner or your university right away. And so you can apply for a SIM card that will be delivered to your home free of cost. And when you go to the US, you can simply activate it. We also have
Caught a very distinct attention for me for learning theory as well as practical based knowledge getting simultaneously. Therefore, I chose this university.
It's a good answer, but a little too long, right? But
Yeah.
then what you missed out on the point.
Yeah. Okay.
So what was it? What was the question?
Why choose Arizona State University?
Correct. Okay. So let me give you a very practical example. Okay. So can you
Okay.
choose this?
Yeah. I mean, it'll depend on the quality.
What will you choose out of these?
Yeah, the middle one maybe, or the green one.
Right. So now you have a choice. But I'm saying, why did you
Yeah.
choose this university? You're just talking about this. You're not talking about that.
Ah,
You did your research. You looked at various colleges. In fact, you applied to
okay.
others. You got the admit, and then you chose this. How can you choose only
Okay.
one?
Hmm.
You have
Okay.
to choose out of many, right? Or out of three or two,
Okay.
at least, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the officer looks at. Maybe he gets confused that you only applied to one, you got into one, and that's the only university you're going. So how can you choose,
Okay.
right? So, so, so because I want to be a global manager, so keeping that in mind, I was looking at certain course content and curriculum like global management, operations, or supply chain, or whatever, right? And keeping that in mind, I did my research. I looked at least five colleges, got three admits, but University of Arizona has a very unique teaching methodology. where they have a lot of capstone projects, live projects to work on with a diverse group, then you can
Hmm.
highlight it. Okay,
Okay.
so that's how it
Okay.
goes.
Okay, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
How will you fund your education?
Mainly my funding, I've got 50% scholarship of tuition fee. Apart from that, I've secured 40 lakh loan from Union Bank. And also, I'm getting some support from my parents of about 20 lakh rupees.
Good, your funding is great. The structure of the answer is off.
Okay.
Why is it
Okay.
off? You tell me, why is it off?
Uh, Maybe because it's supposed to, I mean, there might be some different order that I should be putting it in.
Right. So what does the visa law say? Visa law says that you have to show strong financial ties to your home country. But problem is that most
Okay.
of the students are focusing
Hmm.
on the availability of funds to match up with the I-20, right?
Okay.
That's what the perception is. That's what the perception is, that I should have enough funds that covers the I-20 amount, right? So that's a
Yes.
wrong perception.
Okay.
The reason is the law says you have to show. So one is the federal law where you send your documents which covers your tuition fees and your living expense to get your I-20. But when you go in for a visa
Okay.
review, the visa law says the student must show their reasons to come back and show strong ties to the home country, right? So what are those
Okay.
ties? Social ties, financial ties, and then your professional goals in India.
Okay.
So when I'm saying that, so now the officer is looking at your two answers. Why have you chosen this university? I've chosen University of Arizona because of these reasons. How will you fund yourself?
Hmm.
Arizona has given me a scholarship of 50%. Oh, she doesn't have money. Maybe she had
Oh.
maybe she had other better universities, but she's opted to for Arizona State University because they're offering them a scholarship, right? So
Hmm.
it's the conversation that goes on, and the officer would jump to a
Hmm.
conclusion keeping his own data in mind, right? So
Okay.
as an applicant, you have to capture that and tell the officer the visa law. So how will you fund yourself? So my parents are
Okay.
there to support me. They whatever they do, and then we have savings and investments worth X amount. We have also own properties here, and we have also taken an education loan that covers it. Looking at my credentials, the college has offered me a scholarship as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The scholarship could be it's a highlight for you, but for the taxpayer in
Yeah.
America, you've got to
Yeah.
support that, right? Not the
Okay.
highlight.
Okay.
Okay?
Fine.
So good.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the subjects that you'll be choosing in your first semester?
In the first semester, I'm choosing communication and negotiations. Then about finances and accounting. And I think these are the main two subjects. So yes.
Okay. So why are you choosing accounting?
So actually, my background it's bachelor's in physiotherapy, and I'm getting into this course to gain knowledge about management. Since in the near future, I'm planning to combine both the streams and go ahead with my long-term goals. So I believe to get knowledge about accounting and finances, they teach us from the basics. So that is very much required for starting up something of my own that I would like to handle on my own.
Okay. So now here, when the officer says, like, whatever you studied here, you say physiotherapy, right? And then he says, why are you going for global
Hmm.
management, right? So that's where he really wants
Hmm.
to find out what are your
Yeah.
career goals. Not that, it'll help me
Yes.
achieving my career goals, but what is it?
So my mainly my long-term goals are to create a chain of physiotherapy clinics which are going to be affordable and accessible to all the Indians. Since my work background has taught me how in my country there is a very big need for this upcoming field. And for that, as I wanted to reach out to as many people as possible, I I plan to take this course in order to provide these services to as many people as possible, because I believe if I'm on the administrative side, then I'll be able to provide it to as many people as possible.
Okay. So I would reframe the answer, right? So when the officer
Okay.
says, why do you want to go to the US? Sir, I've done my bachelor's in physiotherapy and I've been working in the industry. However, I realized that, addressing my technical skills are very good, but
Uh,
if I want to establish my own setup or be an entrepreneur or create an app where I can reach out to hundreds and thousands of people, because I understand injury is one part, but recovery is very important. So how
yes.
do I reach out to maximum people? This global management would teach me,
Okay.
right? Then
Okay.
you answer, and then everything revolves around that. Why have we chosen this university? So based on my requirement, I did look at various colleges, but Arizona State University also has a department which talks about how, medical health issues and how do you address those
Yeah.
health issues. So this was one of the programs that really attracted me, along with management,
Okay.
you know, whatever skill set, whatever. But talk about the health,
Okay.
which that brings in and makes
Okay.
the curriculum at Arizona more unique,
Okay. Okay.
right? So your first answer drives the entire interview. It
Okay.
says, how will this education help you? What are your future plans? So now you would say, sir,
Yeah.
if we talk about sports injuries, because now people are now really attracted towards sports, health is getting bigger, but there
Yes.
are a lot of good gyms, there are a lot of good stadiums. However, there are very less people who talk about how to do the recovery. Because for a sports person,
Yeah.
recovery is really important, right? So focus on that, what's happening in real time. Then your
Okay.
answer becomes fantastic. Then it becomes your answer. You own the entire interview then.
Okay. Okay,
All
sir.
right. Right. So now
Yes.
you understand how to drive the interview. What are your future
Yes.
plans? Would you like to do your OPT? All that you know now.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Good. Any specific question that you have?
So apart from Arizona State University, I had applied to Duke University. Only these two I had applied to, and Duke I did not get into.
Okay.
Even though this was going to be my first preference, but how do I put it in front of the officer in
It's a
such?
good question because a lot of people nowadays are only applying to one or two universities.
Hmm.
However, if you go back into your journey, when you started looking at program, you did look at a couple of other schools.
Yes,
You
I did.
had a
Yes.
kind of a hierarchy in your mind saying that, okay, University of Arizona is good, Duke is good. However, these five are also good, right? So the
Hmm.
answer is, so I did a lot of research. I looked at various colleges. I did my shortlisting, and Duke and Arizona really stood out because I really liked the program. And especially when I heard from Arizona, I did not pursue the others,
Ah, okay, fine.
right? Because that was
Yeah.
among the first choices because it had a unique blend of physiotherapy, hospital management, or like health management or recovery management. We can talk about various things there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Another question.
No, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Good. So what I tell everyone also is like even like you are who's changing a field. I would never call it a change. I always
Okay.
say I want to multiply my skill sets
Okay.
because it's not a waste. Your physiotherapy is not a waste, right? It is there.
Yeah.
You want to create a business out of it by studying global management. How do I combine it and make it a venture?
Yes.
So that becomes very important. So how do you connect it? How do you deliver it? It becomes important. Otherwise, it's very vague. You know,
Hmm.
Imagine the visa officer who's interviewing almost 700 people, and each officer probably interviewing 100 people, and everyone is saying, "I'm going to do my master's because U.S. education system is the best." He knows that.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what he doesn't know is you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
please.
So, one more question. If the visa officer asks me about why I did not choose masters in healthcare administration or some course which is, relating to that, or public health, and why I chose this over that. So my main reason to choose this over that was that I did not specifically only want to study in healthcare administration, because in the future I did not want to limit my prospects ahead. But how do I put it? Because that might not get
Go back to
accepted.
my first answer. So my technical
Okay.
skills are good, my physiotherapy skills are good, but I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to
Huh.
start,
Yeah.
so that's the reason I'm going here, not only health. So that's my first, I
Okay.
figured it out.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
want to be
Okay.
an entrepreneur because I would like to hire more specialized people, bring them into a one group and create probably a website and an app, where I can reach a lot of people.
Hmm.
So I have my entrepreneurial mind. For that, I want to do a management program because I know my skills are very good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Shishti. I think feedback is taken by not only Shishti, by everyone. And we will go ahead with next participant. Before that, I'll request, sir, if you can increase your volume because so many of students are saying they're not able to hear you properly.
Okay. I'll probably
Okay.
speak a little louder now.
Yeah.
The volume is there.
Dhanush Ram, if you can go ahead and switch on your camera.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? How are you?
Doing very good. Tell me. Okay. So can I go ahead and ask questions?
Yes, sir. Please.
All right. So tell me, why do you want to go and study in the US?
So I want to take over my father's construction firm here in India and expand it after my graduation. So I would need an immense amount of exposure uh, that I can get from a college like Northeastern University, especially with the courses like managing people and organization and enterprise growth and innovation.
Okay. Great answer. So how
Mhm.
many universities did you apply to and why have you chosen this one?
I've applied to a total of 4 universities, including Northeastern, Clark, Arizona State, and Oregon State. And I withdrew my application from Oregon State and Arizona once I heard from Northeastern.
All right. So what are the subjects that you'll be studying in the US?
Specifically, managing people and organization, and my concentration is on entrepreneurship. So, managing people and organization, marketing analytics, and new business models for new ventures. So
Great.
that'll be my first semester subjects.
So how many people work in your company or in your father's construction company?
So we employ around 20 to 30 engineers, and we use contracts for laborers.
Okay. So what is the name of the program that you're going to go and study in the US?
In my I-20, it's mentioned as business administration, but more specifically, I'll be pursuing my master's in management.
Okay. So why aren't you
Mhm.
going to construction management?
uh, I haven't thought of an answer for that. Yes, I'll work on that.
Right. You would say so because I'm looking at management because not only the construction management, because I'm not focusing on construction part, I'm looking at managing the entire project. Right? Because
Sir, I think I have an answer for that. So, yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. So I did my bachelor's in biotechnology, chemistry, and zoology. I want to incorporate biotechnological aspects like self-healing concrete and antimicrobial paints into my father's firm. So since I've already got the technical knowledge for it, and have no formal business education, I think master's in management would serve as sort of a bridge between my bachelor's and my future aspirations.
That's very good. So these are the kind of things which where when you bring in these kind of elements, then you start owning the answer. The officer understand that yes, it's a requirement, and that's then you become a perfect candidate. All right. So how will you fund your education?
My family will be funding my education with their savings of 75 lakhs. And also, additionally, we have immovable assets worth 3 crores, which can be liquidated if needed. No?
So which means that the assets that you
Sir.
have,
Mm-hmm.
the assets that you have, it's not a binding. You can
Okay.
sell it off, right?
Yeah.
So it goes negative. I see that because a lot of people I have been hearing this saying that we have X number of properties and we can liquidate that if required. So that means maybe you don't have enough funds, or probably you don't have enough ties to those assets, right? So that's a wrong statement. Up until now was fantastic.
So should I mention the immovable assets or no?
Yes, saying that we have immovable assets
Properties.
worth so much, not that we're going to liquidate that.
Okay, got it.
All right. Okay. All right. So, have you traveled to the US earlier?
No, sir, I haven't.
Oh, do you have relatives in the US?
No, I don't. Not that I know of.
How many siblings do you have?
I have one younger brother. He's in grade 4.
Oh, okay. Great. Look, you're very confident. You understand the direction, and very smartly you incorporated the answer that why aren't you going for construction management? So keep that in mind. And you should have a structure, and yet it should be very fluid. So good. I'm happy. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Good. Yes, Manshi, we can go take another one.
Sure. Nikita, if you can go ahead next.
Great.
Nikita, you're ready? Nikita?
Okay.
Cool. If she's not ready, we'll go with Monica, if you're here. Monica, you there? Cool. Raja,
Mansi, Kita here. Am I audible?
yeah, you're audible. We can go ahead if you can switch on your camera.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I hope I'm visible too now.
I can
Yeah.
hear you, but not visible yet.
Yeah, she will be visible now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Sanjay sir. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Nikita? Can you hear me?
Of course, I do hear you. I'm good.
Good.
I'm glad
All
to
right.
meet you today.
Thank you. And so tell me, why do you want to go to the US?
I would like to do my master's in supply chain management at DePaul University, Chicago, Illinois.
Okay. So look, what happens is, Nikita, because a lot of students are giving similar answers, I keep
Mm-hmm.
telling everyone that you have to first give them a little brief on what you've done here. So if you connect
Okay.
it together and what you want to do and how will this education help you, it becomes a very seamless answer for the officer to understand your goals.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So
Sure.
start off by telling what you've studied, what have you been doing, what will you study in America, and how will that help you in your goals?
Sure. So I'm here to attend my F-1 student interview, and in my previous experience, I did my undergrad in the field of BCom, travel and tourism, and graduated in the year 2016. Since then, I hold a work experience in the corporate field in various industries. Recent being in the travel and tourism because I have my undergrad there. I'm working as a senior travel counselor, and now I'm looking to join the Paul University to pursue my master's in supply chain management.
Okay. So why do you want to do supply chain management?
I feel like I have few subjects that 25% of my subjects in my PUC and in my undergrad are relating to supply chain management. Subjects like statistics, operation research, operations management, and logistical development. These subjects relate me to supply chain, and that's when I wanted to improvise my career in these fields, and that's what brings me to this
So what are
master's
your
degree.
career goals?
I would like to see myself in a couple of years as a supply chain manager in top logistical companies like DHL or Flipkart or Myntra, wherein I would like to be in the leadership roles, figuring out the problems and put forth the smarter views to improve the production and the reversal logistics that's happening to and fro in the company.
So basically, you've been working in the travel and travel trade, but you now want to get into the supply chain or working with Flipkart.
Yes,
Why?
yes, officer. I believe that I have potential skills in managing and communicating with the leadership people. And moreover, I realize this is my focus of interest and this is my area of development that I can build up more in the career fields rather than on tourism because I did have a couple of interest, couple of experiences in the field, and I feel switching up to these subjects got me more confidence and that I believe I can do much better in this field.
So how many years have you been working now?
Six only, 6 years.
6 years. So your 6 years of experience, you don't want to leverage it by doing a supply chain and getting into, let's say, a make my trip or clear trip to give them more logistical support, but you
I
want to
believe
change your
I
entire.
believe so. Actually, to be, I have another answer. I'm not sure if this would be a little meaningful. That's why I
Okay.
gave another answer here.
Okay. So look, so
But
if you can connect it with this, you know,
okay,
there has to be some kind of connection because I lost the connection when you said that you did your bachelor's and you've been working in travel trade, and now you want to do supply chain, but you want to get into the logistic part with Flipkart and Amazon. So
hmm,
the entire direction change that your entire 6 years now are not going to be useful. Otherwise, you can mention how you're going to use that to leverage it because if you change your field, then you have to start afresh.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sir, I have one answer if I can let you know if this would connect dots. As a travel agent, I completely find a lot of flaws in like we have a software where we book tickets, and that software has a lot of flaws, and that like airlines releasing seats are a biggest concern for us because the updates what we have in our software doesn't reflect on their system. So releasing of slots is kind of a stock, a service related stock that I can relate it to supply chain until maybe giving some since I have an experience in travel field, maybe improvising these things by taking this course and coming back to these areas like Clear Trip or Make My Trip or such other travel related companies and give them these are the problems and this is the solution that I can have, and by joining your company so on so things can be sorted out. So can
That,
this be an answer?
yeah, that would be a better answer, because then it gets, then
Okay.
you see that, in this particular area, you can bring
Mhm.
improvement, and you can grow professionally also by doing this masters and bringing those, logistic support for these companies. That would make a lot more
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So why do you
Okay.
want to go to the US? Sir, after completing my bachelor's, been working in the industry for almost good 6 years in the travel trade. And I believe that, there are a lot of gaps in between, because the travel industry after pandemic has really grown. You know, the
Yeah.
number of people traveling across the globe has really grown. The number of
Yeah.
hospitality industries in India has grown. So I would
Yeah.
want to go and get into the supply chain so that we can have a seamless, working with the agents and with the customer, which I see is a disconnect,
Okay.
right? And that's where you want to go and do a supply chain to come back and contribute. It would make sense, real sense.
Okay. Great. Great. I'll take this note.
Good. So
Thank
how
you.
many universities did you apply to, and why have you chosen this one?
I have applied to 4 universities, out of which I got admits from DePaul University and St. Louis. I feel the area of subjects that are being offered by DePaul is more centric than what St. Louis offers. Subjects like operation research and then logistical development and risk management are the kind of combinations that I found much better related to my interest that has been offered by DePaul. And moreover, Professor Negi Alte has brought me a lot of attention. His work in humanitarian supply chain got me a lot of interest in how I can deal with in situations like if there's an SOS or emergency happening. And his research area is more or less related to this particular area. So taking his guidance and learning under him gets me into a better potential and better skills improved so that once I come back to India, I'll put forth this into the work area and then grow my career.
Good. How will you fund your education?
Currently, I have an scholarship. Sorry. Currently, I have secured a education loan for about 45 lakhs from HDFC Credila, and I have my family savings for about 15 lakhs. And backing this, I have a immovable property for about 1 crore, which is earning a rental income for my family.
All right. So once again, always start with your family funds,
Okay.
then the education loan, and then the scholarship, saying that I have earned that scholarship. Looking at my credentials, the college has offered me a scholarship. So in that sequence, first establish your financial ties to your home country, then the availability of funds, and then the highlight.
Okay.
And I've got a scholarship. Okay. All right.
Sure. Sure.
So are you married?
Yes, I'm married for about 6 years now, and I have a daughter who is 5 years old.
So is your daughter going to accompany you or your husband?
No. None of them are accompanying me because I would like to take a break from my family duties and focus on my career. That is my only intention to visit US, and that I'll be coming back to India right after complete my masters. So 2 years would not make a difference.
All right. So make sure that you are giving this answer, because the officer will note this down. And in case if your family applies for a visa, the officer will tell them that your wife told us this. Okay.
Okay. Actually, no,
So
they're
you
not
could say,
covering.
sir, that we've really decided that I would be traveling at this point of time. It's a conscious decision taken by the family, right?
Mhm.
However, they may come there for a short duration for a holiday, but largely they would not be coming.
Okay.
And in my holiday, if I don't have any project, I would love to come and meet my family here. All right.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
also have to show, by
Sure.
giving this answer, you're also showing your social ties to your home country,
Okay.
right? By saying that
Okay.
they're not going to come, I want to take a break. Social ties.
Okay.
Okay.
I
All right.
get it. It's getting better now.
Great.
I get it.
Good. Good. So where do you see yourself after completing your education? What are your future plans?
my future plans, like I mentioned earlier, I would be coming back to India, and I see a much of promising careers in this field because I would like to fix the errors that as a travel agent that I focused that, and I would like to join the GDS platform, that is to be precise, Travelport Galileo, and put forth the kind of ideas that I have and the kind of skills that I've possessed during my masters under the uh, professor's guidance. And I would like to sort this out so that people or other travel agents unlike me would like to get better benefits.
Good. And then you can say, like, people in general, those who are booking for tickets at large would get a lot of benefits. So it's not only to the community, it's like a larger problem that you are trying to solve.
Okay,
Okay.
sure,
Good.
sure.
So they're coming together now. Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay. So the whole idea is like, leverage what you've done here,
Okay,
incorporate that into your answer, study, and then how will that help you achieve your goal, the larger goal? Okay. The
sure,
university, based on your profile, your requirement, you did your shortlisting, and it really stands out because of these reasons that you gave your professor and everybody.
sure, sir, sure. All right.
Funding has to be coming from your family first, then the availability of funds for the education loan, and then your highlight of getting a scholarship.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
Future
sure,
plans,
sir.
of course, I'll come back because I want to fix this glitch.
Sure,
Good.
sure,
All right.
sure.
Great. All the best.
Any other feedback for me from your side, sir?
I just gave you all those.
God, like, am I too fast or am I fumbling a little?
No, no, not at all. That's fine. Being natural and, having a little fumble here and there, being nervous and stressed is fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. This session with you
All the
helped me a
best.
lot. Though it's for a few minutes, it got me a lot of insight. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Take care. Bye bye. Yes,
Yeah.
Manshi?
Yes, sir. We'll take 2 to 3 more candidates, right? Manish, I've
Okay.
already shared the access with you. If you can switch on your camera and go ahead. Manish Sonte, if I'm not butchering the name. Uh, Manish, are you there? Cool. We'll go ahead with someone else. Balaji, if you're here, I have shared the permission. You can go ahead and ask questions. Okay. Sure. Raja has just.
Hi, sir.
Okay. Manish, yeah. Manish, you're in mute actually.
My name is Manisha, actually.
Oh,
Okay,
Manish, I'm
Manisha.
so sorry. So sorry, Manisha.
Yeah.
This happens to me all the
Yeah.
time. My name is Manshi and people keep calling me Manish.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yes,
sorry. Yeah,
tell
go
me.
ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, how are you? So, what are you going
I'm
to
fine,
do
sir.
in the US?
I'm going to pursue Masters in Health Informatics from Northeastern University, Boston. Sir.
Okay. So, if I ask you today, why do you want to go to the US? What would your answer be?
Sir?
If I ask you today, why do you want to go to the US? What would your answer be?
I want, can I frame the same answer as Masters?
Okay.
I want to pursue Masters in Health Informatics from Northeastern University, Boston. I did my undergrad in dentistry, and Masters in Health Informatics course will give aligns with my career goals to treat large patient populations by correlating disease trends and also by studying about variables, and also my undergrad experience on internship encompasses on the oral health epidemiology, and health informatics is providing me this particular health informatics field is providing me courses like how to improve patient engagement and how to improve patient management, and I want to learn about electronic health records. All this I want to learn in this course.
Good. So, how many universities did you apply to and why have you chosen this one?
I have applied to 6 universities, sir. I have chosen Northeastern University because Northeastern University's health informatics course is offering me vast combination of subjects like data mining, improving patient experience through analytics, patient EMR systems, and these vast combination of subjects I've noticed only in the Northeastern University. So I've chosen this university, and also I have The Professor Shaumo Zoe, she's an associate professor at the Northeastern University. She has an immense experience in the preventive medicine and intervention medicine and preventive health. I want to learn under her leadership, under her guidance, and which gives me more exposure into the healthcare field. That's why I've chosen this Northeastern University, sir. And it's
So when did
also
you complete
ranked
your
the
dentistry? Yeah, that's right.
I've completed it in this year 2024 recently.
Okay. So are you also planning to give a national board in the US?
No, sir. No, sir.
You don't want to specialize in dentistry? You don't want to get a super specialization?
No, sir. I want to actually my future plan is to after doing my masters, I want to come back to India and I want to work as a medical officer. I want to treat large patient populations in my undergrad, in my experience as well. I've noticed many patients in the terminal cancer stages. I want to treat large patient populations by early diagnosis. So, this health informatics course, which provides me a course like intervention patient analytics, which helps me to treat and diagnose more populations. So, I want to work as a medical officer and I want to set up my clinic simultaneously and I want to treat patients. I want to come back to India.
Have you had any experience in addressing larger community or a larger number of people? You had
Yes,
any
so in my internship experience, I have attended to various camps and I have noticed the documentation of records is not maintained properly. So I want to learn about the electronic health record systems and which will give me entire data and I can diagnose the disease trends and I can help large patient populations with that
right?
and provide them insights with that.
Right. So the first question, why do you want to go to the US? That's where you have to give this answer,
Okay, so okay,
right? After while I was doing my dentistry, right, I
okay,
had the opportunity to do a couple of internships.
yeah,
And in those internships, I was associated with an NGO where we used to
okay,
go
so
out and meet larger audience. But I also realized that the records were not kept correctly.
yeah,
It was not used efficiently and
yes, sir.
effectively. So
Yeah,
having electronic records would enable to reach
yeah,
out to many people and also have the preventive measures taken because
yes, sir.
it, it also leads to cancer and other
Yeah.
ailments. So I can
Yeah,
reach out.
because I can also add the point that oral cancer is more prominent in India in in this
Correct. Because of consumption of tobacco and all
tobacco
that.
and yes,
May bring these issues out in your answer.
yes, sir,
Okay.
yes, sir.
So
The use of camps and this early diagnosis, I should highlight more, sir.
right. And then I would like to come back and work with larger organization like Smile India or probably
So,
Smile
smile India.
India,
Yes, sir.
right? Or such organizations which are already promoting healthcare or oral care, at a
Yes,
larger ground. Bring those elements
yes,
in.
sir.
Okay, good. How will
Yes.
you fund your education?
So my parents are going to sponsor to my education, sir. They have savings of around 70 lakhs, and you also get income from our residential properties and also our agricultural lands. And you also have immovable assets of around 5 crores. By all this, I can easily manage my masters. So
So do you have relatives in the US?
my sister is in US, sir.
So what is she doing there?
She is on F-1 OPT right now.
Okay. So what is she studying there?
She has completed her master's in computer science from Illinois Institute of Technology, sir.
Okay. So what does she plan to do when she completes her studies?
She's currently on OPT and she's working at Apple right now.
Right. So what does she plan to do when she completes the contract?
After contract, she wants to come back to India and she wants to work in a multinational company over here.
Okay. How many years has she been in the US now?
She has been only 2 years. Her master's has completed recently in May.
And in these last 2 years, how many times did she visit India?
She didn't visit India.
Why?
Uh, she didn't. Actually, she was. Her main reason was she was applying for the internships. Actually, that was the reason.
Your parents, do
How
they have
can
US
I?
visas? I'll come to that point. Your
Yes.
parents, your parents, do they have US visas?
No, sir.
Okay. So why did your sister not come? Well, sir, because when she went for her studies, she wanted to optimize the entire time that she's taking to graduate. And moreover, the professors were kind enough to give a lot of projects to work on.
Yeah, so she's teaching us. She's a research assistant over there.
I, so
Okay.
bring that in. She wanted to come, but because the professor, she was assisting a professor and in his
Okay.
research, so she could not come. She wanted to come.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay,
Okay. So.
good, good. So overall, pretty good. I've given you the
Yes.
direction, and just focus on that, and I'm sure you'll crack the interview.
So, any more? How can I improve my communication and everything? Is it fine, sir?
So the communication is good. Just structure your answer by saying that the first answer that
Yes, sir.
I was doing internships, and while those doing internships, I realized that the data wasn't kept correctly and it was not being used. Of, there was
Properly.
no optimization of it. Otherwise, we could reach out to larger audience, right? And then prevent the cancer, the oral cancer, because the rural India is still not aware of the tobacco, what are the harms of tobacco. So my whole idea is to reach to the larger audience and come back and work with large organizations like maybe Smile India or UNICEF or WHO or whatever. Right?
Yes, sir. And should I say that while working in that I want to set up my own clinic, it adds the ties to my home country.
Absolutely. I have a
Yeah.
I have a I have a very clear goal that once I return back after working for these large organizations, I also want to set up my own clinic because prevention and treatment would go hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Take care. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We'll go ahead, but before that, I would like to take a moment and talk about Zolve. So many people have joined right now, so I want everyone to be aware of Zolve. Zolve is a neobank headquartered in eh, yeah. Zolve is a neobank headquartered in New York. We help students move from India to US by offering plethora of products. More than 1 lakh students are now using Zolve. You name a university and you name a university in US and you'll have a Zolve user there. So we offer multiple products to help you in pre-departure as well as post-departure. When I'll suggest everyone to download the Zolve app where you'll find all these features such as visa assistance. So we are conducting this webinars, visa webinars for the past 2 months, and we have already helped more than thousands of students getting their visa approved by offering expert services. So webinar is absolutely free. All you need to do is register for the webinar and attend. Other than visa webinars, we also have expert help available on Zolve app, where all you need to do is click on expert help and you will have expert services from Sanjay Kaushik sir, from Maggie Ramsey, from Argo Visa, from Sachi Mall. They all have done the webinars with us to give you a gist of the services they can offer. So if you want a one-on-one service, you can download the Zolve app, go to store section and then book your services by paying a very small fee. Other than that, we also have slot alerts. So many students were worried about how they can book their slots. So what we have done is we have partnered with Check Visa Slot, whose services are paid. But in our partnership, we have made this service absolutely free. So all you need to do is again download the Zolve app, go to the store section, and subscribe for slot alerts. Suppose if you are going for Chennai consulate, you can simply customize your notifications, your email and push notifications, and you can get all the visa slot opening alerts on your mobile phone. Other than that, we also offer education loan. We have partnered with more than 15 banks and NBFCs to offer you education loan at the lowest interest rates. We also have Forex. We have a launching scholarship, and you can check for the scholarship on the Zolve app. Go download the Zolve app, go to the store section, and there you'll find a scholarship banner. So click on that banner, and we have two kinds of scholarship this season. One is merit based, and one is need based. So you can apply for both the scholarship, but you will be getting one only. So when you move to US, you will not, you will have to, sort out three things in before. For example, first you'll have to have a US SIM card, you'll have to have a US checking account, which is also known as bank account, and you'll need a US credit card because US is a credit averse economy. And before you move to US, you will need a credit card because cash doesn't work or UPI doesn't work there. So I'll give you a scenario. Suppose you landed in US, you are coming out of the airport and you want to get your you want to book a Uber, and Uber doesn't take cash in US. So how will you pay? You will pay through Zolve credit card. So how to get Zolve credit card? So once your visa is approved, all you need to do is apply for the credit card on our app. We don't need a social security number. You can apply for the Zolve credit card without a social security number by giving basic information like your passport, like a visa number, and where are you going, which universities are you going to. By providing this small information, you can apply for the credit card, which will be delivered at your doorstep in India. And once you move to US, you can simply activate and start using it. We are also launching flight offers. So once your visa is approved, you will be going to book your flight to the US. But we want to be a part of your journey and we want to see you succeed and make your US dreams come true. That's why we are launching this flight offer very, very soon that you can also find in Zolve app, not now, but later. We will be offering flight tickets at the cheapest rates possible. Here you can see about the visa slot alert. You can get slot alerts on your mobile phone or on your email on push notifications. For everyone who are new to this session, I would request you to claim your free visa folder by Zolve. All you need to do is scan this QR code, fill a simple form, refer your friend who have not registered to Zolve yet, and you want them to register for Zolve and attend these webinars. Refer a friend, add your address to which you want to get your folder delivered, and that's all. We will get it delivered to you. And to everyone who have already filled the form in our previous webinars and have not received your visa folder, you will be receiving shortly, because what we do is we dispatch through our courier partner in small slots in 200, 500 numbers. So the last lot is dispatch and you will receive it soon. You can also apply for free visa folder on Zolve app. On Zolve store app store section, you'll find a banner for the visa folder. You need to click on the banner and fill the form and claim your uh, free folder. I would like to highlight now a few features of Zolve's checking account or bank account that you can apply for without a social security number. So you'll not need to maintain a minimum balance and there is no fees involved. All you need to do is spend 2 minutes in applying for the Zolve bank account on the Zolve app or web. About the credit card that you can apply for without a social security number, you will get a limit of up to $5,000. You'll just need to spend 5 minutes in filling the application. You can start building US credit score from the day one till from the day you start making your first transaction. And credit score is very, very crucial in US. It will help you make your life easier, a lot easier, if you have a good credit score in US. And with Zolve credit card, you don't need to pay any annual fees or any security deposit. Additionally, you will get 10% cashback on every transaction you do. Any question regarding Zolve? Zolve credit card or bank account, I will be happy to answer them before we move ahead to mock session. Loan doesn't work. It will work. I'll share a link with you. You can click on the link and check for your eligibility and then you can apply. Cool. I think I am more about SIM card. So you can apply for the SIM card. It's absolutely free. And all you need to do is we have partnered with T-Mobile and all the top service providers. You can check about this in the Zolve app. and you can apply for the SIM card. It's absolutely free. You just need to add a recharge plan. How to book flights using Zolve. So we have not launched the offer yet, but we are just telling that so that it's on top of your mind. Once you start booking your flight, you will have to come back to Zolve app and check out. We will be releasing this offer soon once majority of students will have their visa approved. Slot booking for visa. We do not provide slot booking services. We offer slot alerts so that you will know exactly when the slot is open and you can go to the website, US Embassy website, and book for the slot. The credit card option is not open yet. Absolutely right. So again, once most of the people will get their visa approved and will start flying, we'll open the flow. But meanwhile, you can apply for SIM card as well as for checking account or US bank account. Kruti, for visa slots, you have to download the Zolve app, go to the store section and subscribe for the slot alerts. It's absolutely free. I have already mentioned about the credit card. Is Zolve Bank has many branch in St. Louis City? No, Zolve is a neo bank. So we don't have any physical branch. We operate, you can apply by app or web and you will get it delivered at your home in India. How many days does it take to open the checking account? It will take you 5 minutes to fill your details and apply for the checking account, and it will be open in say next 7 to 10 business days. Okay. Can you have your card delivered to your US address? So we can get it delivered, but it's always preferred if you can, apply for the credit card because it will be delivered to your doorstep in 3 to 4 days. So I think it will be easier for you so that you can start transacting from day one in the US. Can you share Zolve app link in the bio? So this is the QR code that is displaying on your screen. You can simply scan this QR code. It will lead you to the Zolve app download link. I think that's all from my end. Sir, we can take one more student and then we can answer a few questions, right? Balaji, if you're here, we can start. Okay. Dr. Soma Shri Harish, if you are ready.
Yes, ma'am, I am ready. And can you hear me? Am I clear and loud?
We can hear
Yes,
you.
you're clear and loud. Absolutely loud and clear.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the session. And yes, sir, we may start.
Okay, so tell me, why do you want to go to the US?
So, having come from a southern part of deeper part of the southern India, with an MBBS background, I come from with a notion to bridge the gap between the public health and medicine. I would like to apply for masters, and I got in University of Emory Rollins School of Public Health. And I would like to pursue my master's in public health for 2 years, and which is why I'm planning to uh, go to US.
So being a doctor, why are you going for an MPH? Why not? Have you tried for USMLEs?
No, sir. I have practiced for 2 years. I graduated in the year 2021 November, following which I felt my inclination more towards public health because where I feel there is a lot of need in the low resource setting in India compared to a hospital.
Okay. So when you talk about masters in public health, are you looking at a specific branch that you would like to specialize in?
Yes, yes, sir. I would like to, my concentration is in epidemiology and with a certificate program in infectious diseases.
Okay, right. Okay, so here, doctor, I would want you to give some real example, like what's happening in India. And especially you could say that, MPH came into really forefront when the COVID had broken in India. And,
Yes.
Masters in Public Health will also give me the opportunity to work with a larger group. Because if you
Yes.
talk about, is there any kind of epidemiology which is concentrated to India and especially the southern part of India, then bring that topic up.
Okay.
All right.
So
Real
yes,
example.
as I mentioned earlier, I have had experience of 2 years in working in a hospital. So the hospital is not urban hospital. These are like a network of hospitals all over India spread across. So which gave me an opportunity to understand the various circumstances where each hospital is placed, and culturally and financially how each of the setting is arranged. And apart from health per se, I could understand how it could have been during COVID. So which is where I felt I could identify the need, and I could feel that as a doctor I can actually address this bridge and make a solution for
So
this.
the first answer has to be driven by the epidemiology and what solution that you want to bring in and why, how will this MPH help you? Okay. And then try and concise the answer.
Okay, sir.
So why this
Okay,
particular
sir.
university?
So I have actually applied for 5 universities, and I shortlisted Emory as my first choice, because even before applying, I've cleared my mind with the research that I have done. So to be specific, I have 5 reasons. One of that is Atlanta is the public health capital of United States. So, and Emory Rollins School of Public Health is placed in Atlanta, Georgia State. Secondly, it is a ranked 3 for the academic year 2023 and 24 in the public health domain. And reason 3 containing the epidemiology concentration has a which requires a lot much of research insights, and a center which focuses on many opportunities with respect to that would be as per the curriculum. So apart from this, mainly focused on the curriculum and also the core curriculum, applied practical experience, and also the capstone project, which I have to complete as a part of the requirements for the degree. I felt this is a wholesome and an amalgamation of entire need that I'm actually looking for. Yes.
Okay. Good. So here I would say that, don't start by saying Atlanta being the capital.
Okay, sir.
Start by saying that I've chosen this university based on the content, the curriculum, the way they've designed, and all the
Okay.
the features. And in the end, bring it up saying that because it's based out of Atlanta, which is the health capital of the US. So most of the professors are interacting with the industry to bring in the real challenges and finding
Yes, sir.
out the solutions for it. So it becomes real time problem solving university where we get a lot of capstone projects to work on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So bring that in right in the end. All right. How
Okay.
will you take care of your expenses?
So I have my father is sponsoring my education during the time in US. So I have a family savings of 70 to 85 lakhs, and I have also secured a loan from SBI Bank of 36 lakhs. Apart from this, I also have a properties which are around 5 crores of solid amount.
Okay. Good. So did you also look at specializing your skills in epidemiology in India? Did you apply through NEET?
No, sir, I did not choose NEET because I did not want to practice in India as a clinician, but I want to be a part of a epidemiologist with the spirit of a doctor. So this will actually highlight my entire motive in understanding why I should actually take up this course in US specifically.
All right. So do you have relatives in the US?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. So what do you plan to do with your masters once you come back to your home country, or what are your future plans?
Yes, sir. Again, as I mentioned earlier, having come from the deeper parts of southern India, I'm the first generation doctor. So I am very much understood, and I've grown in certain environments where there's a lot of challenges at every stage. So for a patient to receive a treatment in such situations, they have to climb up a hill, climb down a hill, and travel for an entire day just to receive a paracetamol. So this has to be addressed, and this feels like the need for the hour. So I feel I can create a hospital setting in my native, which could lower this gap and provide a better services for may not be a best, but then I could give my best through the degree which I get from US.
Look, good answers. The intentions are very good. just try and concise your answer, because the officer may interject and move on to the
Yes,
next
sir.
question. So bring your point as soon as possible.
Get it.
Okay? The rest is very good. Wishing you
Sure,
all
sir.
the best. And then, I'm sure you'll
Thank you, sir.
crack the visa interview. Take care.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go with last one. We'll go with Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, you here? Sri Krishna, if you're here, can you just unmute yourself? Cool. We'll go with, yeah. Can you speak again?
Shimetu can't hear you.
Balaji, if you're here.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give access to Rahul Goyal is saying, ma'am, please pick me. Okay, Rahul, we can go ahead with you since.
Okay. Yeah, Rahul.
Hello, good afternoon, officer.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, officer. How are you?
Very good, very good. I can't, have you started your video as well?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Sir, my
Anyway, so Rahul,
my channel.
yeah. Okay, so tell me, Rahul, why do you want to go to the US?
Sir, I want to pursue my master's in cyber operations and warfare in St. Louis University. So I want to be a cybersecurity engineer. So that is why I want to plan my master's in cybersecurity.
Okay. So Rahul, here you could also talk about what have you studied here in India? Have you been working? What will you study and how will that help you in your career? Always.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have done my bachelor's in computer application cybersecurity from City University in first division
Right.
in 2022. And afterwards, I have been working as a cybersecurity analyst in Smartware Solution Private Limited, where my jobs and roles and responsibilities are like in this. I have been working as a cybersecurity analyst, and we provide a vulnerability assessment penetration testing to organization clients, where we found vulnerabilities from our organizations. So this is helpful to secure assets.
Okay. So why do you want to go to the US? I've done my bachelor's in computer science and cybersecurity, and I've been working for almost good 2 years, where we were also dealing with a lot of cybersecurity threats and the warfare, right? And I believe that doing a master's from the US would give me the right kind of skill sets, which I can use once I return back to my home country for my career growth. Make it very simple.
Okay.
Okay. So Rahul, why have you chosen this particular university?
Because officer, when I compared to other applied university to St. Louis University, where I found much practical exposure difference, because St. Louis University has a 3 cyber labs, which one is approved by NSA, and NSA is working in cyber security since 40 years. So this one, I will acquire advanced cyber security skills as well as theoretical skills. So that is why I chose St. Louis University.
But Rahul, over here, you got to also talk about other universities that you apply to, the number of admits you've got, and then you got to explain the selection criteria. Okay? I was telling that you did your research, looked at various other colleges, applied to 3 or 4, but when you heard from this university, you really like the way they've structured the program, and then you can give those highlights.
Okay,
Understood?
sir. Yes, sir.
So how will you take care of your expenses?
My father is my primary sponsor. He is funding my all education and my living expenses. He, with his capital saving, 35 lakh rupees. Also, he has some movable and immovable assets around worth 6 crore rupees.
Good. How many brothers, sisters do you have? How many siblings?
I am a single child of my parents.
Okay. Do you have relatives in the US?
No, sir, I don't have any relatives in the US. my all family members and relatives living in India.
Once you complete your education, you have options to work in America. Would you consider working there?
No, sir. When my masters will complete, then I will return back to my home country. Because in my country, mostly all organization branches are there. Like if you have Deloitte, uh, TCS, and Infosys. So where I can do a job as well as I want to support my family, not a morally but a financial, not a financially but more.
Okay. What about your OPT? Would you consider doing your OPT in the US?
If my university will provide me a offer me a OPD, so then definitely I will do.
Very good. Good answer. So Rahul, only one correction. First, when you're talking about the first answer, try and give a little background. What have you done here? What will you study and what are your career goals? That's it. Once you give that clear instructions, then your entire interview will drive in the direction that you want. Okay. So all the
Sure.
best. That's a good answer. Take
Sir,
care.
I have only just one doubt. Like in previous, I have done a interview. I have rejected from Mumbai. Right now, can I go for a
Okay.
Mumbai or go for a Delhi?
I mean, you can choose. The first criteria would be to try and get an early appointment. You know. However, if you still get Mumbai, that's okay. Don't worry. Mumbai is okay. All
Okay,
right.
thank you, sir. And my last question is like in a DS-160, in a refusal explanation, what I will mention, because mostly person that you just have to write only just my F-1 visa was refused.
No, no. That again, that refusal gives you an opportunity to explain your reason, right? So your reason should be that, sir, after completing all the prerequisites, right? I applied to X number of colleges. I've got 3 admits. I've chosen this particular university because it really resonates with my career objectives, right? My only objective of going to the US is to get the best of the education and return back to my home country where my parents are there with their own savings and investments to financially support me. But unfortunately, my visa was refused. However, so explain, give a little explanation there. Talk about your strength, talk about your intentions of returning back, and then say, unfortunately, my visa was refused. Not just that my visa was refused.
Thank you.
Give a
Thank you
little
very much.
brief, because
Sure, sir.
they'll give you the opportunity to strengthen your case again.
Thank you very much.
Okay? All right. Thanks.
Sir, we have so many students in queue. What should we do?
Actually, you called
I
my name.
understand.
I had an issue with my mic. Is it fine if I go now?
Who is it? Sorry.
Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna, yeah. Okay. So sure. Go ahead.
So let's.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi. Tell me. All right. So tell me, why do you want to go and study in the US?
So I'm going there to pursue my undergraduation in biomedical engineering. I finished my 11th and 12th year in Bangalore, and actually I was supposed to write NEET, JEE, and all that's what my family pushed me to do. But then, as the results came out, we found out that 67 of them have come in the first rank. So then they changed it to go to the US, and plus they have one or two relatives over there.
No, but that's not a. So I mean, you're going there because you got relatives there?
No, to pursue the undergraduation in biomedical engineering.
No, but you said that you have decided why, because you have a couple of relatives in the US.
Yeah, and I'm be using them for like a little support to stay with them.
But that's not the reason that you're going to the US. Your reason of going to
Yeah,
the
for
US is
education,
to
yeah.
upgrade your skills. So why are you bringing that you've got relatives there? That's the reason you're going there, because it should be counterproductive for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but that isn't
You've
it
got
going
to
to be
stick
like
to the basics.
okay.
You have to just stick to the basics that you want to go and do your undergrad and specialize in biotechnology or biochemicals, right?
Biomedical, yeah.
Biomedical, because you want to come back and work in the biomedical industry here. Because if we talk about Pfizer's, if we talk about Dr. Reddy's or Cipla, you want to come back and work and contribute in the biomedical field here.
Yeah.
Right? Not because you've got relatives there.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So why have you chosen this university?
So I've applied to all the 9 UCs because California is known to, be a place like Silicon Valley, a lot of job opportunities and all. So I've applied to all the 9 UCs. Along with that, I've applied to a few other universities like Boston University.
I really want to. I just really want to stop you there. So you're
Yeah.
choosing California because Silicon Valley is there and there are a lot of job opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're telling the visa officer that you're a potential immigrant.
I mean, I
You're
probably
not
got an
going to
internship
study
or two
there.
there.
Yeah. It
Mm-hmm.
clearly indicates that you have no reason to go to the US, but
Mm-hmm.
to work in the Silicon Valley. That's what you're telling the officer.
What was I supposed to say?
You know, you say that, why have you chosen this university? So because I want to do my undergrad and specialize in biomedicals.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping that in mind, I did my research, looked at various colleges. In fact, I applied to 9, but I've chosen this one because it was offering me the kind of program that I was really interested in, which is
Mm-hmm.
biomedical and specializing in these key areas. Then you're showing your intention to study. Otherwise, it seems that you want to go to the US and
Yeah,
just,
I want to come back. It sounds
stay
like it,
there.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Correct. All right. So, did you appear for an SAT?
Yeah.
How much did you score on your SAT?
I scored around 1510 in the second attempt.
All right. Great. So, how will you fund your education?
The first thing is, my parents and family over here, they have immovable assets worth about 3 crores. That's one. Second thing is, my parents are willing to, they take an education loan worth up to like 2 CR. And next thing is, I got a scholarship from Santa Cruz, but then I decided to reject it because I got into a much better university, UC Irvine. So that's there.
That's a very good answer. Stick to that. All right. So, once you complete your education, would you like to do your master's in the US as well?
No, not really. I haven't really thought about it because I'll probably come back and, pursue after my internship there, I'll come back here.
Okay. Sounds good. Good. So, your first two answers were a disaster. The last two answers were very good. All right. So, make your focus of going and studying over there. Not that, because you've got a relative there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Choice of university because it's in Silicon Valley. I like to get some job options there. No.
Mm-hmm.
Rest is pretty good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. All the best.
Yeah, and for
Okay.
everyone's reference, I have shared the playlist with you where all the, visa webinars that we have conducted so far, all the videos you will find here. So if someone is facing issues in, getting their basics right, I would suggest first you can go through all our previous webinars. I think it will be more than enough to get you prepared. I think we are running out
Oh,
of time,
absolutely.
sir, right?
Yep.
So, can we
Okay.
take a few
Good.
questions and then wrap the session?
Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
You can ask me the question. I'll be more than happy
Sure,
to.
sir. Sure. So,
So
guys,
one of the questions that
sorry,
yeah.
sir.
So I'm sorry, Mansi. So one of the questions that a lot of people also ask me during when they come in for their mock session is, what if I've only applied to one university, right? So let me address that. Even if you did apply to only one university, it is very important to tell the officer that you've done your research, you looked at various colleges, right? And after comparing the course content, looking at the teaching methodology, the curriculum, you eventually narrowed down on 5. But when you heard from this particular university, you did not pursue the others because you found that the kind of mix of not only the specialization, but the element, but the what do you say, electives were also very attractive. Which the combination of this program was unique. So hence you decided to go and study this particular college. Not just that you only applied to one particular college. And if anybody is already enrolled for a hybrid program, make sure that you do not bring this up, voluntarily, because hybrid for you could mean that you could do 1 year here and the other in the US. But hybrid in a connotation in the first sentence could mean that you're going to enroll for a program in the US, which allows you to stay back at home or do a day one CPT and then do online classes or maybe just weekend classes. So hybrid, bringing it yourself would have a different connotation. So don't please bring it up by yourself. All right. So by showing that you've done your research well, you applied to various colleges, and then you've decided on this particular college should justify that only one college. Why? Thank you. Yes, Manshi.
Yeah, I'll shoot the question towards you and you can answer them, sir. And
Sure.
guys, for to everyone, we could not conduct the interview today. Don't worry, we'll have these sessions every weekend so that we can help
Right.
most of you, right?
As well.
Sure. So
Okay.
I'll start taking questions. Uh, okay, Mustafa is asking, I have applied to 12 and got into one. How do I say this? But The one I got had very good course and flexible. I think he is applied for 12 universities, qualified for one. If you can tell us which universities have you qualified for, I think it will be easier for sir to give a perfect answer.
So, Manchi, largely what happens is, like, we all have to understand that US universities have limited number of seats for international students, right? So they cannot possibly, give admission to everybody applying to all the universities. Like, they would have limited number of seats. And if you got into a program which really suits your profile and which really helps you build your, career further, you should just focus on that and then say that I did apply to, let's say, 10 colleges and I did hear from, let's say, 5, but then I chose this one because of its unique curriculum. Talk about the core and electives as well, always. Have a mix of all that. Not that, it's a negative thing that you only got one admission. It's not negative. Thanks.
Okay, next question is from Abhishek, who's asking, my undergrad university has been signed a MOU with the university which I've applied for. How can I tell this to visa officer?
Okay, so you would say, sir, when I was doing my undergrad, I of course did look at a couple of other colleges. However, my university is also, tied up with, because there are a lot of other lot of universities like Jindal, like Amity, they also have a tie-up. So you say that we already have a tie-up with this university. So in fact, what I was studying in India was also on the pattern of what I'll be studying in America. So it's kind of a transition for me, and they already have a tie-up with this. So hence, when I got into this program, decided not to look at other programs because I was already immersed in this program. Right? That's how you can take it forward. Thanks.
Okay, next question is from Vamsi, who's asking, I am refused earlier and this time I'm changing university. Which type of question they can ask?
Okay. So the first thing that you need to remember is that if you're changing the university, this university has to be obviously a better university than your last university, right? So that's one. And then the second thing is that the officer may ask you, why was a visa refused? So your answer would be, sir, I really do not know why my visa got refused, because my only intentions were to go and study in the US and return back to my home country. But unfortunately, my visa got refused on that particular day. And if he says, what changes have you made? So which I said, there is one fundamental change that I got lucky that I've gone to a better college, and so this program is much higher ranked, and the university is much higher ranked in the university that I was going for earlier. Moreover, in addition to the change in the university, I'm carrying additional financial papers and property papers to show strong ties to my home country. So again, this you have an opportunity to tell the officer that you have enough reasons to come back. Okay, thank you.
And just letting everyone know that our next webinar will be focused on refusal slots only. So there we'll discuss in details, if your visa is rejected, what questions you might get asked in your next visa interview, and everything related to F-1 visa refusal. So make sure you register for the next webinar with Sanjay Kaushik, sir. Okay, next question is from Saurabh. We'll take two more questions, sir. Not gonna waste a lot of your time. Okay. Saurav is asking, I have startup in architectural and real estate consultancy, and I want to help in grow, and I am applying for a master's in real estate. How should I frame? Why should you go to the US?
Oh, that's wonderful. It's unique because it's not one of those regular programs. So why
Yeah.
do you want to go to the US? Well, I'm an architect, and I've been working with a lot of architectural firms here, and uh, and I've seen that when we actually design a project, the timelines are never adhered to, because each time there's an issue with the supply chain, the labor, the construction, the material. So by going and studying in the US, I can also understand how to manage a project efficiently and effectively, which I can use which I can use once I return back to my home country. Moreover, this particular university not only is giving me those components on supply chain, it also works on sustainability and also on green technology, which I would like to incorporate in the constructions here in India, because I believe that reducing the carbon credits would really help the environment. You can bring the environment, you can talk about the sustainability, you can talk about the project management, you can talk about how to establish a business in terms of architecture and construction management. There are a lot of things that you can do with this. Thank you.
Sure. Last question we'll take, sir, who's from Shri Metu, who's asking, I have done masters in computer science and done an internship and working as junior data scientist. Now I want to pursue data scientist. How to justify second masters? I think that is a
It's
very common question that a lot of people
very
ask.
common question. Right. I mean, always like I was telling the doctor also, and then the other people if they're going in for management, never ever think that what you studied and what you will study there's a disconnect. Always try and connect those dots. So if you've done a computer science and if you've done an internship and now going for data science or data management or data analytical, you can always say that data is the king. Data architecture or data mining is going to be the next big thing to make decisions for better decisions for any company. We talk about Amazon, if you talk about Yahoo, if you talk about Google, they all are working on data. You know, so you can have better software driven if you know or if you understand how the data works. So combine them and name the companies that you want to come back and work for with this kind of a improved or new acquired skill sets. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That's it for today. I just want to let everyone know that there are so many questions that sir has already explained about in our previous webinars. So I have shared the playlist link. You can go and check out for those webinar. If your interview is like in next coming 3-4 days, then I would absolutely recommend you to go through all the webinars. It will help you build confidence because you will be mindful about what you need to say to get your visa approved. And for everyone whose visa have got refused before and they have so many questions about what is going to be next, we are coming up with next webinar on next Saturday with Sanjay Kaushik sir. We will talk all about F-1 visa refusal. That's it for today. I hope most of your queries were answered, and for rest of the students we'll have more such sessions coming up. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing all the knowledge, for helping so many students, right? And we will definitely keep having you and so that students can interact with you.
Thank you so much, Manshi, and thank you, Zolve, because like I keep saying, Zolve is doing a wonderful job by bringing in like specialists like us and helping those students. Because the whole objective is to ease out the whole stress and make this journey as smooth as possible. And like Manshi said, please keep watching the playlist and the
Yeah.
other what do you say the reels on the Instagram. It has
Yeah.
a lot of information that we've already shared. So keep doing that. Thank you very much and all the best. Thank you, Mansi. Thank you. All the
Thank you so
best.
much, sir.
Bye bye.
See you guys. Bye bye.
See you.